guys, so we are back in Berlin. We were visiting parents in Poland, so now we are going back to our regular videos on the YouTube. And today we have again questions and answers session from the Instagram Wednesday. So we have many interesting questions. I hope you will like them. And so let's see what are the questions are. We are talking about the Titi Pravesh, about third from the moon, occupied by Jupiter, a little bit about the mental challenges, especially from the perspective of panic attacks. We are talking about the gems for diamonds. What is the minimum size for the diamond? And also we are talking a little bit about the fame. What is the difference between the Karaka and Aruda in this context? So the first one is about size of the diamond. That is the first question. What should be the minimum size of the diamond gem if one wants to wear this? This means that the Venus in your chart is well placed. Based on this Dubai lecture of Sanjay Rath, this is 1 carat. So 1 carat is for a diamond. Then we have question about the Jupiter in third from the moon, because this is Marana Karkastana. But we've learned that the third and sixth from moon and also 10th and 11th, they are these 4 connected houses, and the planets in these houses have very specific roles. By the way, we can wear the gems of planets which are stationed in these placements, but if Jupiter is in the third from the moon, then it gives that innovative mind. The one is like very creative, and especially as someone who can do a lot of things like startups, maybe a trendsetter, so breaking some norms. And then we have that moon also in a Mesha Amsa. So when moon is in the Aries Navamsha, it also gives that creativity. One can work for such things. We need also to have Rahu Ketu in Trikona to Navamsha Lagna to bring that trendsetter, someone who is bringing something new, because it needs to come from that rebel against the moon. Moon likes the society, moon likes the customs which are already functioning, the patterns who are already, everyone knows, yeah, they are this in the society, but the Rahu and Ketu is bringing some new concepts. So moon in Aries in the Navamsha is bringing that spirit of things new. We have these nodes in the Trikona to Navamsha Lagna. There is also a Sankha Yoga, 5th Lord and 6th Lord. If they have conjunction, then it also makes person who is bringing some new things to the world. So that was also taught by Sanjay Ji in the Parashara course. This is the Sankha Yoga. And Sankha is always, this is a conch, which is a part of the religious ritual connected to a deity worship, which is very pronounced in many traditions like Vaishnava or Shaiva. For example, in Vaishnava, the most important part of Tantra is Narada Pancharatra, because it was written in the Pancharatra, which is the 5 days, by the Rishi, signified by Ketu, Narada Muni. And there we have this conch, and we are always, for example, when the war starts or when the deity worship starts, when everything, some new beginning, the conch is always blown to initiate any activity, because this is very auspicious. We want to make this event, whatever we are starting, we want to make this auspicious. So this is the Sankha Yoga, 5th Lord with the 6th Lord. If they are joined, they are making this new beginning. What is the logic to this? This is also very interesting. This is based on the 10th houses, so the distance from these houses from the 10th, but I will not dwell on this now. Then we have one question about the Stambana Yoga. So this is also part of Tantra. There are various ways of effects of mantras. So we can have something like enchanting someone, Vashikarana. We can have something like Marana to kill. We have also a Stambana, and this is related to making things frozen. For example, most important yoga related to these parts is Mars and Rahu, and in this yoga the fire of Mars is quenched, and therefore one is stuck. One cannot go farther, so career life doesn't develop, and things like that occur in one's life. This is also yoga for bombs, because many of the bombs are also based on that taking the fire away by the air control and then if that is creating the pressure and then the explosion occurs. So we have the Sun Rahu, Mars Rahu. This can also create some kind of explosions. And Mars Rahu is also not very good for Saturn. So it can hit Saturn, it can hit muscles and so on. So the Stambana Yoga, this is working on at least two levels. On one hand, this is stopping that Mars, so the movement, the fire is quenched. You can imagine from the symbolism of body, of digestion, generally ojas, the fire, even the tejas, which is the fire in the stomach. It shouldn't be stopped, right? It seems very negative for health, but also this is hitting other planet, because whatever planet is joining the Rahu, it will always hit another planet. This is how Rahu is working, that he is with one planet, but he's looking somewhere else to hit, right? So in this case, this would be Saturn, so it can have negative impact on the muscle system, because Saturn is the Sneha Dhatu, which is related to muscles.
If you like the video so far, please click the thumbs up. You are making me a big favor and it doesn't cost you anything. Subscribe if you'd like to get notification about similar videos in the future. And now let's go back to this video.
There was also a question about how to interpret the Tithi Pravesh chart, the yearly chart. This is a big topic. I don't want to dwell on this. I just want to appreciate the question. It's very nice. And person is asking about the Vara. So yes, we are going through the whole Panchanga in the Tithi Pravesh. We can do this. And the Vara and the Lagna Lord, Tithi Pravesh, will be related to our health. So by seeing those planets in this yearly charts, each year we can see what's our energy level, how is our health going on in that particular year. Based on the placement, we can say in which time of the year, which month, and so on. But this is a bit advanced. And specifically, yeah, but the Varesha, definitely health and energy. We can read from that, just like from Jataka, just like from the natal chart, we can use the Panchanga in the yearly chart. Now, some of the short questions. Do we use in the Yogini Dashas the variation? I've never saw that. The variation like the Utpana, Kshema, and the Adana, I've seen only used in the Vimshotri, only in the Ududasa Vimshotri. When it comes to Yogini Dasha, we are not using that in our tradition. And we are also, at least in the beginning, I remember the mails in the forum, we were also advised not to use such dashas as they have some negative connotations. We have also a question about positive conjunction of Mercury and Ketu. So this Mercury, if joined fiery planets, this is not the best because the Prithvi is broken by the fire. Really, Mercury is suffering from these fiery grahas, and the structure is problematic, the health is problematic, even the Mother Earth. So that Mercury is responsible for many things. So our education, our grooming, our income, all that is related to that Mercury. And so when that is hit with the fiery, then that structure is broken, we can say. One can have that financial problems or learning problems, depending which Kendra or which Kendra Lord or which planet is involved is having a yoga with this. This will give us more details what will be the problem. So from the positive side, we could say that if Mercury is in Scorpio, we have seen that this is giving this interest or curiosity in that realm of New Age or spiritualism or anything related to research, right? Because the Scorpio is natural 8th house. We have also seen that Mercury in Leo in the Shamsa is very often giving astrologers, but Mercury in Scorpio in the Shamsa also can give another type of involvement or dwelling in spirituality. So this can also show where is our writing or where is our curiosity, where is our communication going. So that's Scorpio, then this can be a spiritual. So I assume also that Mercury and Ketu will bring also that Scorpio energy, so that could be a positive. But generally, Mercury shouldn't be with the fiery grahas. This could be problematic. Of course, with the Sun, it is giving that high intellect of the Nipuna or Buddha Aditya Yoga. Then we have question about the panic attacks. So mostly panic attacks are connected to this anxiety, and we know that all this anxiety, mental challenges are related to the 4th house. So in the 3rd house is more about Dushikya Bhava, negative thoughts, which are more depressive, melancholic. 4th house is more about anxiety. 5th house can give more serious like psychotic episodes and so on. So that 4th house would be the key house to check. And there are also few yogas related to Jupiter in the Navamsha, and there are also few yogas related to the moon in the Rasi chart, in the 12th house. We have also few Vargas to check for that. This is a little bit advanced, but the general starting point would be that 4th house in the Rasi chart. The last question was about the Aruda, how to start the fame. So first of all, we need to understand that the Aruda is not always guaranteeing the fame. And also, if it guarantees by the connection to the Lagna or by connection to Jupiter Moon, to the Lagna or to the Aruda, first 7, they can bring 2 types of fame. One is based that our face is popular in the society. We are a very likable person. This is more like a moon. Jupiter is bringing that 5th and 9 memory, authority. 5th house is authority coming from knowledge, because 5th is natural house sun. So there is some authoritative figure which is built up from knowledge, which is the Karaka of the 5th house is Jupiter. But there are more tools in Jyotish to see which button to push to start this reaction, which will end up in the Aruda. So of course there are rules that we should do whatever Aruda is doing. For example, if Aruda is in 11th, it may be a hint to work with elder brother or with guru. With Aruda is in 10th house, maybe starting a company will be important to make you visible in the society, to build your place in the society, because that is what Aruda is. But first of all, it may not guarantee fame, but even if it's guaranteeing fame, the Aruda will show the end result. But what you have to do, there are a bit different rules. They are related to Drekana, to Sun, to Atmakaraka. There are also some houses, signs from the Rashi seen in the Shastyamsa. This was taught in the Parashara course, and then in that Shastyamsa you can see which parts of fortune you can activate to make you successful or visible and so on. So this is a bit more advanced when it comes to this fame and Raja Yoga and so on.
Okay guys, so that's gonna be it from me. I hope you find it interesting and informative. If you do, please click the thumbs up, subscribe for more, and see you in the next one.